Call to order. We'll do a roll call and declaration of quorum, please.
Mr. Lau.
Present.
Mr. Griffin.
Present.
Mr. Tillman.
Here.
Dr. Matusik.
Here.
Mrs. Charmison. Here.
I didn't check this.
Nobody had signed in.
Okay, so no public comments. No one has contacted me.
No,
No
nobody's
one has
contacted
contacted
me.
Mr. Sternberger.
No, sir.
So we will move on to the consent agenda. Are there any items that anyone would like to pull out of the consent agenda to discuss individually?
I have none.
Good. And I'll make a motion that we approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
Mr. Lau.
Aye.
Mr. Griffin.
I'll vote yes on all and abstain on 3.3.
Mr. Tillman.
Yes.
Dr. Matusik.
Yes.
Mrs. Charmison. Yes.
Item 4.1, discussion and possible board action regarding the drainage ditch project on the east side of our campus.
So nothing action to take on, let's give them a directive here. As I'd sent you guys in the email after the bid, we had the two packages. One was the dirt work and the drainage and everything up to the aggregate, and then the second package was the parking and lights on top. We did not get any bids for the site work and just for the flat work, just for the parking lot and the lights. So obviously we can't move forward with that until we get the other. Visiting with local contractor, I think there was a little concern of putting a drain pipe over existing water line that is old, and not a matter of if it's going to need to be replaced, but when. And so we felt like maybe there needs to be more discussion from the school to the city, maybe working a partnership or seeing if we can move the water line. That way if it ever has to be fixed, that it was just a lot of concern on that part of it. And I think if we're able to do that, and I will say I have not been able to reach out to the city at all to set that up just because of this end of year activities. Days I was free and just would have possibly been available. So as it slows down, I'd like to reach out to the city, get with them, get some more input, work with contractor, the engineers, see if there's some things maybe we can clean up in the bid. We do have the option, if you send it out where you're issuing flat payment, one payment, or as billed, you have to follow the Competitive Bidding Act. With a lease purchase, it does allow you to work with a specific vendor. A lot of schools do that, like with a turf company. I've done it before on an LED conversion. That way they're there from the beginning. They get to work with the engineers and architects, not only from a technical point of view, but also the hands-on. They've been there, they know the system, they know everything. So I think that could be beneficial. Obviously, not getting these bids in, we'd hoped everything would be in by the summer. We could start and be here. Having to go back to the drawing board, I think we could really slow down quite a bit on this and still pursue it. But maybe once the city has a permanent replacement, maybe we can get a partnership where there's grants that can maybe take care of part of this, or in some of that could possibly be in that easement portion. Maybe they could help share the cost somehow. So that's kind of where we're at on this. So any questions that you'd like, Scott was unable to make it tonight, but any questions that you guys have for him that you would like me to ask and get back to you on, I'd be happy to, or any other suggestions that you may have.
I think just continue to work with the city.
I think so, yes. And like I said, from the last time, and that's completely my fault, I just have not had a chance to reach out to them and set it up. So
Well, they've just now started their hiring process for replacement.
Exactly, exactly. And I need to visit, with water department, get them there and get some thoughts and ideas that maybe haven't been brought up before as well. So
If I remember, that's a 6-inch line that runs through there.
More than likely a 6-inch.
And I don't know how long it's been there. That pipe doesn't necessarily grade, but PVC, but still it might be good to consider moving it a little bit.
another lot of concern, or Mr. Pugh said, some part of saving the drain line directly over the water line. And so I think that's the reason he just didn't want to take a chance of tearing up that and just
Because that's
I
when
didn't
it'll-
want to submit a bid.
That's when it'll break, is after we cover it all up.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So,
Okay.
so anyway, just on that, we'll just continue to work with, get in touch with the city and start those, and get with David and some others, and start getting more finalized plans, and continue to get back to you on that, and try to update you as I find out information. So, and then the other thing then is then that transportation building, architects are still working on that, so we should have something to you in the next meeting or two to look at, to send out the bid for that.
All right, item 6, superintendent reports.
Upcoming events, just wanted to remind you, busy week this week as far as events concerning you guys. This Wednesday at 7, have baccalaureate here in the auditorium. Friday at 7, graduation in the Eagle Event Center. I sent you guys an email just 5-10 minutes ago, having the details and everything. Jill's done a good job of getting that information to you. And then reminder that next Monday at noon is the special board meeting to approve the sale of bonds on the bond issue. So I'll provide lunch for that. It'll be in the conference room. So I'll obviously send something out at the end of the week reminding everybody, but that's Monday at noon. Other events, you guys have seen on calendar and everything, but I just wanted to highlight the things that directly involve you guys. Summer school, commend all the 3 of the principals, and then Mr. Faulkner, he's not having an organized summer school, but doing credit recovery for those kids, individuals in need of that. Elementaries through middle school, they are providing it, and so there's a handout on that. 2 of the principals are here if you have any questions for that, but I commend them for finding teachers and the dedication that they have to continue to do that, help get our kids up to speed. So, and then resignations, no resignations per se, but just the retirement, official retirement of Debbie Choate. So congratulations to her on an outstanding career, and that's a big loss for Hennessey Public Schools. So that is all I have, Mr. Lau.
Any questions? Item 7, personnel. Proposed executive session to discuss the employment of certified personnel for the 23-24 school year pursuant to 25 OS Section 307B1.
Move to enter.
Second.
Mr. Lau.
Aye.
Mr. Griffin.
Yes.
Mr. Tillman.
Yes.
Dr. Matusek.
Yes.
Mrs. Charmison.
Yes.
Okay, as we return from executive session, we entered that executive session, excuse me? We entered
It looks like a
executive session.
prescription for Micatol or
Yeah.
something. I can tell.
If you can read it, good luck if you can read it.
We entered executive session at 7:08 PM. All board members were present, along with our guest, Mr. Sternberger. Only items 7.2 through 7.4 were discussed. No votes were taken. And then we're going to re-enter open session at 7:21. So, item 7.2, discussion and possible board action regarding the employment of support staff as summer help as follows. The cooks, Basilia Holcomb, Veronica Roman, and Patty Shaw. Custodian helpers, Taylor Franklin at $8.50 an hour.
Move to, with his recommendation, I assume?
Yes, that is
I'll
my
move to hire.
Second.
Mr. Lau.
Aye.
Mr. Griffin.
Aye.
Mr. Tillman.
Yes.
Dr. Matusek.
Yes.
Mrs. Charmison.
Yes.
Item 7.3, motion, discussion of possible board action regarding the employment of the following certified staff on a temporary contract and support staff for the 2023-2024 school year. Certified middle school counselor and high school science, assistant girls basketball, and a support person, middle school secretary. I'll make a motion.
I would recommend that Lindsay Jones for the middle school counselor position, Shelby Black for the high school assistant science, or high school science and assistant girls basketball position, and Alejandra Calderon for the middle school secretary position.
I'll make a motion to employ those staff as listed.
Second.
Mr. Lau.
Aye.
Mr. Griffin.
Aye.
Mr. Tillman.
Yes.
Dr. Matusek.
Yes.
Mrs. Charmison.
Yes.
Item 7.4, I believe. Discussion and possible board action regarding an extra duty stipend of $750 for James Faulkner for coaching our esports program in the spring of 2023.
And I would recommend that to the board as well, and also point out that's not our high school principal, Josh Faulkner. That's a different individual.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Lau.
Aye.
Mr. Griffin.
Aye.
Mr. Tillman.
Yes.
Dr. Matusek.
Yes.
Mrs. Charmison. Yes.
I would entertain a motion for adjournment.
I will so move that.
I would second.
I have a few things for you to sign. Do it. Mr. Lau.
Tonight?
Say yes?
Yes.
Mr. Griffin.
You just got coerced into a vote. Yes.
Mr. Tillman. Dr. Matusek.
Yes.
Mrs. Charmison.
Yes.